For my portfolio idea, first I was thinking I would do sticks and stones, can break your bones, but words will never hurt me. And I was thinking of doing the sticks and the stones and putting the words. And then the more I thought about it, especially with Trump right now and the political things going on, I feel like a lot of us are, and it's been through history too, that if you see no evil, speak no evil, or hear no evil, that means it isn't out there, but it is. And so that gave me the idea to somehow or other do some images for that. And the first thing I did is I started playing on the computer with different type styles. And I found, again too, I'm known for my drawing, but I wanted to do something different. So I went and I found images, historical images and things that I took pieces of it and then I distorted it on the computer. So I started with this little bit of lip from, I'm going to say a picture of a bathing beauty from way back when, an engraving, and I started stretching it out on the computer in Photoshop. And I sort of pulled all this together. I did think I was going to have an ear, so I did draw an ear. But then I decided I didn't like the ear in the form. So I just started playing on the computer with different images and putting them together and trying different things. I'm eventually going to sew the lips shut because I think too that if we would just speak up, maybe not as much bad in the world would happen. So this is how I built the image for just playing on the computer. And then I played with, first I thought I loved that, and then I started, this is changing the letters because it's no, 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 no. We need to say no. And so I really wanted to have more no's in there. So this is a sample of the print, and I'm going to what's called chine-collé in printmaking. So I've glued up the back, and I'm gonna, using this template, which is this way, I'm going to glue this onto white paper. And I marked the back of the paper with an arrow and the grain of the paper, because my grain of my rice paper is this way. So I need to make sure that when I run it through the press and glue it together, I get the grains going in the same direction. So this is...
How do you really figure out the grain on that paper?
You bounce it. So if you, which is why I marked the back. So the grain of the paper is going this direction. So when I try and fold it back, it fights me. It's harder. Whereas parallel, it's just really easy. So that's how I find the grain. And so I'm going to have about 30 prints by the time I'm done. I wanted to have a couple of extra. And so I tore all of my heavier print paper. This is Pesha. And it's very, very white, so that the rice paper that I have, I'm going to get a different color. And so I'll have the beautiful imprint of the plate mark when I run it through the press for the chine-collé. And then after that, I'm hoping, or I'm planning to play with sewing the lips shut. I haven't decided yet exactly how I'm going to do it. I thought I was going to use red thread, but now I've decided I'm going to use yellow. And I may, I'm thinking about seeing if I can't cut strips of the yellow plastic caution tape and use that to sew the lips together, because I think that the sewing is really much a cautionary tale.
Quick question though. When you're adding to the volume of your print,
Uh-huh.
how is it going to fit in the portfolio? And
Um,
do we put vellum in between?
We put vellum in between each one of our prints.
Mhm.
And this sheet is torn 11 by 11. And so when I go to have the boxes made, and we will have professional boxes made, they will measure to the biggest piece of paper. And when you have deckled edges and things like that, you end up being a little bit bigger, and that's okay. Portfolio, Box Ink, and Warren will measure, and we will get a box that fits perfectly for each of the prints. So it'll be stacked. I mean, there'll be, at this point, there are only 24 artists in the project. We lost an artist, and I'm hoping to replace her, but that still, we will have 28 total in the edition, 28 portfolios, and each artist will get a portfolio, which is why you do this. Not only are you collaborating, but you walk away with one of the collection. And I find they're wonderful for teaching and just for having. I get wonderful ideas from just going back through the portfolios I've done. It's an opportunity to do something different. Like the theme of this one is hot type. So it can be about hot issues of the day. It can go back to the type and the history of type, or just how we incorporate letters and words in our art today, in our life. So I've sort of put my image together kind of like a billboard, thinking, the most powerful to me were the eyes, and the ear, the drawing, no matter what I did, I couldn't make that as powerful as just the word here. And then what part of NO, you just can't get any stronger than that. But again, I think it's a nice change to turn the letters and just manipulate. I mean, it hasn't stopped on the news. You keep hearing about, all these innocent people that are killed for no reason, and that they believe something different, a different religion, or a different color of skin, or they're just a different tribe. And when is it going to stop? When if enough people speak up, and will it make it stop?